Earlier this week, we told you about the Kansas police officer fabricating a story about an insult written on a cup of coffee. That story is making national headlines. But we wanted to know how people who live in that town feel about it. So we sent KCTV5's Betsy Webster to Harrington, Kansas.
Harrington, Kansas is a town of about 2,500 people, about 30 miles south of Fort Riley. And most people we met here wanted to make it clear.
It's unfortunate that it happened, but, you know, we're better than that.
The hubbub began with this photo of a McDonald's coffee cup with the words "effing pig" scrawled on it. The police chief posted the photo on Facebook. He was indignant, ending with, "Please share."
He said in his post that the officer bought the coffee at this McDonald's in Junction City on his way into work. But 2 days later, the chief had a news conference and backtracked. He said that the owner's staff showed him video that he said proved that no one at this McDonald's had anything to do with it. He said the officer eventually confessed that he had written those words himself. As a joke, the chief said, but a joke that the chief was not in on.
What I do not want to happen here is for the American public to take a look at this situation and call into question the integrity of any other officer in this country.
He acknowledged McDonald's told him they received threats as a result of his initial post going viral. In town, we could only find 2 people willing to weigh in on camera. Both agreed that the chief has done a good job keeping drug and property crime at bay, but used poor judgment with his viral post.
And it's ridiculous. Our town's had a bad enough reputation in the past. We don't need all this other stuff putting on the state of Kansas, on the news.
She's talking about when Terry Nichols, an accomplice in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, was arrested in Harrington. At the time, neighbors say he'd moved to town just a month or so prior. The 23-year-old police officer did not live in Harrington and had only worked there for 2 months before resigning over the incident. That's according to the chief, who added that the officer spent the past 5 years as military police with the U.S. Army. Now, nearby law enforcement agencies are making a show of their support by coming to that McDonald's. Among them, the sheriff for the county where the McDonald's is located.
There's still a lot of people out there in the social media that think this was our department, our investigation, our problem. I mean, it's not, but as a community, it is our problem. So that's why we're out here, just to show unity and support for each other.
A rep for the franchisee owner said she was eager to move past this, but pleased by the gesture.
It's fantastic. You know, they put their life on the line every day in the community, and them to take their time out to come see us, and we just so appreciate their support.
Betsy Webster, KCTV5 News.